What's going on, Jeromes? It is finally here. That's right. It's Friday, beautiful Friday. Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Football Giants on Sunday. Week 1 of the 2024 campaign. Shocking the world, but not shocking ourselves. Well, shocking some of the fan base. A lot of the fans are like, oh, 5-12 at best, but I hope I'm wrong. That's such a weird emotional hedge. It's like, Sam Darnold's going to suck and J.J. McCarthy's going to suck, but I hope I'm wrong. Get out of here, man. But, Justin friggin' Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, who apparently is wearing number 1 now. Hey, how would you like to be the family of the first retired number in NFL history, and then Malik Neighbors calls up. He's like, hey, what's up? I would like to wear number 1. I'm sure they got some sort of monetary. Why am I putting that on? I'm sure they got some sort of monetary settlement. But I like Malik Neighbors. He really has to live up to the hype, though, man, because it was a runaway freaking train of hype for Malik Neighbors, man. But it is the start of the 2024 campaign. Kevin O'Connell, can he get over the hump this season? Can he show all the haters and the losers that he is indeed elite? And can the Vikings turn the page from Kirk Cousins as well as Daniil, the real deal Hunter, also slinging Sam Darnold, America's quarterback? I'm just going to keep saying that until it's a thing. I implore all the Jeromes as well. Call Sam Darnold America's quarterback, because everyone loves a comeback story. They build you up to tear you down to build you up again. It's an American story, man. Darnold goes west. Well, no. Anyways, also Brian Flores, because, everything with Flores, getting 0 goose egg D'Angelo Russell head coaching interviews after an amazing season last year where he... I don't know what that was, where he revived the Vikings defense that was one of the worst in the National Football League in 2022, took them middle of the table last season with duct tape and super glue, and this year with his guys in place, going to bring that heat, going to bring that fury, and also the whole Tua thing, whatever. Tua came out of that looking I feel like there's been so many unforced errors surrounding the Vikings, just making people look soft. Zimmer, Stephon Diggs, Tua. Just ridiculous, man. Also, can Diamond Dallas Turner roll tide, take that first step, towards becoming defensive rookie of the year? I think so. Certainly think so, man. Also, I just noticed this. His tattoo on his left tricep, is that like Legends of the Hidden Temple? That'd be sweet. That's a little bit before his time, but that's awesome, man. Also, speaking of Alabama, roll tide. Will Rockard. Hey, Justin Tucker's missing kicks now, so obviously Tucker knows that his time is up, because there's a new alpha kicker in the National Football League. Will the Thrill Rockard. That's right, man. And also all the Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, LSU debate and all that stuff. Plus, did you know that the Vikings tried to trade up for Malik Neighbors? Ridiculous, man. Also, who did this? Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. Is he dating Kay Adams? I don't know. But also, no, I don't think anyone's ever called him Vanilla Vic. I don't even think. Also, there's something wrong with the shape of his head. I feel like if he was bald, he would look like a thumb. Anyways, but the Vikings do need to get off on the right foot week 1 in New Jersey, starting off the season with a win, because, the beginning of the schedule, not going to lie, it's a little bit tough, but also they got to play the Vikings too, so bring that heat. So here are 10, long story longer, keys for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday against the Giants and their stupid retro jerseys. Number 1, we after that ass, Danny. That's right. So the Vikings defense going to get after things, and Daniel Jones has an 87.1 quarterback rating last season when kept clean, which also is not great, by the way. But it drops down to 35.2 when pressured. 40 interceptions for his career, 46 fumbles. The Vikings can certainly get after things. And defensively, AVG, Grenard, Diamond Dallas Turner, LDR on passing downs. The Ivan Pace Jr., the Vikings are certainly going to bring some heat. And for the Giants, I kind of like parts of the Giants' offensive line. So Andrew Thomas, the pride of Georgia, is a bad dude. I think that he's up there in the tier with Rashawn Slater, Christian Darrisaw, etc. They brought in John Runyon for a huge contract. Whatever. John Michael Schmitz, former Gopher. He's our guy, still getting his feet wet. But then the right side, Greg Van Rotten is literally Van Rotten. And also Jermaine Elmanor, who I like, except he's been a journeyman. And obviously Evan Neal, They drafted Evan Neal to be the bookend with Andrew Thomas, and it just has not worked out. Hasn't been. But you can get some pressure on Daniel Jones, especially on that right side, strong side, and I think that he's going to serve up a meatball or two. Again, you know for a fact that Brian Flores is just like, come on, baby. Come on. Hey, Vanilla Vic. We got some Neapolitan or some butter brickle or some better flavors than vanilla. That's it. Actually, so as a kid, I always thought that maple nut was an old person's flavor. Maple nut's really good, man. Can't lie. Number 2, protect the damn football. So the Vikings were 31st in the NFL last season with 34 turnovers. They were 4-11-2 in turnover differential last year, and that is not. It's not good. They're also 1-9 in games where they lost a turnover differential. The only game that they won was Carolina. All right, so there's a lot of issues there, obviously. So hopefully the Vikings will take care of the football, protect the rock. Darnold not giving away now, and also runners. Hey, running backs, receivers, tight ends, secure that thing. And there was a lot of randomness last year, and also the Vikings, they recovered a significantly lower portion of the balls that they fumbled, which was just, I don't know, like, this game is funny, man, and the ball bounce is funny. It's oddly shaped, but hang on to the ball, and then we won't have a problem. Number 3, run the damn ball. All right, so the Vikings were 32nd in the NFL last year in running back production. Most of their running production was from Josh Dobbs. But Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler, and company are looking to get after things. And also, hey, this offensive line, they can run block. All right, so Darisaw, Brandel, Garrett Bradbury, Ed Ingram can run block, and Brian O'Neill. And also having a little bit more confidence up front will certainly pay dividends. Plus, wearing out this front 7 of the Giants, I think will be key as well because, where'd that go? Wearing out this front 7 for the Giants defense as well will be key. Now, it's going to be a little bit tough. I mean, you got Dexter Lawrence in the middle, and their edge rushers can certainly set the edge. Bobby Okereke is a stud in the middle as well. But either way, the Vikings have to get something done, have play action be viable, and also give a little bit of confidence to this offensive line. And also, how about just thinning out some of the double and triple coverage on Justin Ring and Jefferson as well. Number 4, make Darnold comfortable. So, yes, America's quarterback. Just get him settled in the pocket. So in a spot where protection has to be there, the weapons, Jefferson and company have to be there as well. A running game is also key. And frankly, like Darnold understands, this isn't the Jets game yet, but also this was his home stadium, MetLife Stadium. And, the friendly confines, he has a hit list of places to prove the haters and the losers wrong. And, Kevin O'Connell giving him a good script, getting him some confidence early, some easy throws, move that football, get it out of his hand. And I think 14 could be a little something. All right. The new team captain, Sam Darnold, by the way, I think that he can be a little something. Number 5, someone else besides Jefferson. So, of course, Justin friggin' Jefferson is going to get his. He's the wide receiver 1 in the National Football League, and I'm so glad that he is here long time. But someone else that has to step up, and whether that's Jordan Addison, who's very adamant that he's playing on Sunday, but how close to 100% is he? What about Jalen Speedy Naylor and his ankle injury? What about Tristan Jackson, Brandon Powell, Johnny Munt, Josh Oliver? Aaron Jones on the backfield, Ty Chandler. So someone else needs to step up besides Justin friggin' Jefferson because, the Giants, they're going to double, they're going to triple, they're going to bracket him. They're basically just going to say anyone else except for Jefferson can beat us and we could sleep at night. But I still think Jefferson's going to get his, man. Next up, number 6, someone else besides Malik Neighbors. And that's what it comes down to, man. Even though I sort of pissed and moan about Malik Neighbors, he's a very talented player, and obviously this is his debut. Much hype, much anticipated, but it does have to be anyone else except for him. Now, the Giants do have some talent at the pass catchers. So Jalen Hyatt and Wan'Dale Robinson, who I always thought was underrated coming out of Kentucky. Darius Slayton, noted Vikings killer from way back in the day. Gunnar Uzalewski. Butchered that, but the pride of Bemidji State is also in the mix, more of a special teamer. But also Daniel Bellinger, the one-eyed tight end. So it's going to be interesting. Also, Tyrone Tracy, don't sleep on him as a receiver out of the backfield because he literally used to be a wide receiver at Iowa before becoming a running back at Purdue. So, they're going to have options too. But getting consistent pressure on Daniel Jones, having him make a mistake, also making him go somewhere else besides number 1 is going to be key for the Vikings. Next up, key number 7. Dexter Lawrence II. That's the whole point. All right, so the Giants defense, Dexter Lawrence is, I compare him to a prime Linval Joseph, which is fitting because Linval started his career with the Giants. Won a Super Bowl with them back in the day, too. But Dexter Lawrence, the pride of Clemson. So, I mean, a lot of people gave Dave Gettleman crap when they drafted Lawrence in the first round, but Dexter Lawrence is the man. He can stop the run. He can provide something as a pass rusher. And also, last time that he faced Garrett Bradbury in the 2022 playoffs, the wild card round, he had 7 pressures. 7 pressures for a one-tech is insane. It's ridiculous, man. So the Vikings got to shore things up. Hopefully Bradbury adding some size over the offseason will certainly help out in that regard. But anyone except for Lawrence. Number 8, the rest of the pass rush. So securing the edging. Phrasing. But the Giants do bring a hellacious pass rush respect there. They traded for Brian Burns, who, in my opinion, pound for pound is one of the best edge rushers in the game. I think there's a lot of parallels between Burns and Diamond Dallas Turner. Turner's a larger, longer limb version, in my opinion, but the talent is still there. Brian Burns. Plus, the Burns, an FSU alum, has to be pissed off about the Seminoles 0-2 start. Kayvon Thibodeau is coming into his own. He's becoming a monster. Azeez Ojulari, I think, is extremely underrated. Boogie Basham has always been solid coming over from Buffalo. So, I mean, the Giants can bring the thunder, man, especially on the outside. So it is going to be a big-time test. Hey, Darisaw, earn that money. Brian O'Neill, prove that you're still elite. Also, Josh Oliver getting a chip, pass protection from Aaron Jones. So I think all that is going to be important because otherwise – could be a long day for slinging Sammy Darnold. Next up, number 9, other side. Flores bringing biblical pressure. That's right. I can't wait because there's going to be like locusts and there's going to be like taking of the firstborns and all that stuff. But as we said, AVG, Turner, Grenard, like I can't wait to see what Flores has been cooking up because you could tell from his presser, like there's some calls that he wants to make that he's been saving up that is like, I can't show in preseason, but there's going to be heat. Like I think there's going to be corner blitzes, safety blitzes, pace and Cashman blitzes. I think there's going to be heat all over the place. But also, I think at the end of the day, there is going to be a shift because the Vikings led the league in blitzes last season. I think ideally they'd like to dial that back because if you can get consistent, efficient pressure with 4, which I think the Vikings are set up to finally do, that is a great equalizer dropping 7, especially if you're playing press man and you can't, 2 deep safety. So I think that's going to be the setup for Flores. So can't wait, man. It's going to be great. Lastly, number 10, special teams. So keep special teams special. So kick return. What's the new rule going to be? And also Ty Chandler, Brandon Powell going to be split returners, as well as for the Giants, they do have Gunnar Uzlewski. Nailed it, the pride of Bemidji State. Former All-Pro punt returner, also dangerous as a kick returner. Plus, I think you'll see Gunnar and probably Tyrone Tracy as split returners for the Giants if they run that, and both of them are very dangerous in the open field. So not giving up that hidden yardage, as well as, you know what it is, Will Rockard out there just being a nail driver. It's going to be gorgeous, man. It's going to be great. Can't wait, man. Final score prediction. So I think the Vikings come out. I think that this is a statement game. They've seen the headlines. Vikings predicted to end up with the number 1 pick. Vikings predicted to end up bottom 5, bottom in the NFC North. Like they've all seen that. And they're pissed off. Sam Darnold revenge tour. Justin friggin' Jefferson, I think that he gets loose. I think Aaron Jones has a $125 from scrimmage. I think Darnold is efficient. I think that he takes what's there. And I think that he has a nice redemption FU game. I think the Flores defense brings it. I think the Vikings get at least 4 sacks and force at least 4 turnovers of the Giants. Give me Vikings 41. Okay, maybe not. Give me Vikings 33, Giants 13. Let's just go, baby. Come on. Can we have that? Like, we haven't really had that during the Kevin O'Connell regime. Like, every game's been close. But we just want that cathartic go in and put boots to asses. Send a message. Week 1. Vikings aren't to be effed with. So, there you go. But that's it. 10 keys for the Vikings victory on Sunday. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol production value.